Excited.
Alright. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Kool, and welcome to another episode of Konvos. Today's episode is Beauty and the Beast. We are exploring the world of photography and modeling. Hence the name Beauty and Beast. And I have some excellent people with some excellent, verbiage to this topic. Would you guys like to introduce you guys?
I guess I can go first. Hey, y'all. My name is Jamaica, or you could call me Meek. I've been modeling for about 1.5 years now. I've done shows in the 7-5, in the Richmond area as well. I recently became a brand ambassador for Rose Los Angeles out of California. And I actually had a goal, just like Austin, for my birthday. And I started my makeup line called No Millie Makeup. Hence, Meek, No Millie. Get it?
Got it.
So, yeah, that's me. I'm Meek. What it do?
Nice to meet you. What's up?
You
can go ahead, Cam.
Introduce yourself. Mel.
All right. Well, I'm Jamel Lewis. I'm a photographer from ODU. Well, not from ODU. I go to ODU. I've been doing photography for about 6 years now. Freelance, self-taught. I'm really into portraits, and more recently, I'm just doing a bit more research, just trying to develop not necessarily a new style, but just really re-educate myself to photography and come back to it. But I do my thing a little bit.
That's what's up.
Okay, well, I guess it's my turn. You can call me Cami. My IG is Brown Barbie B. I'm a model. I've been modeling for about 4 years now. I started modeling my freshman year in college. I want to be a commercial model. High fashion's not really my thing, even though I've dibbled and dabbled in it. I've done a couple of shows. I've done a live action show, and right now I'm really just focused on growing me as my Brown Barbie brand, getting signed, and then just following my dream.
You get that bag, sis. I feel it. It's in the atmosphere. I feel it, girl.
And I appreciate all of you guys' introductions and how y'all are so focused on your brand. It's so important nowadays because we're in a generation where we have all the tools in front of us to make our brands ourselves. We really don't need that industry or that big push anymore. We can all do it ourselves. And I know we're in a time where it's so difficult to be 100% creative because we're stuck in the house. So as creatives,
bro,
how has the quarantine and the COVID-19 been to y'all?
Well, for me, I'm still working, so honestly, not much has changed for me other than what society's doing with social distancing and things closing of that nature. So really, I'm still getting up early, going to work, working my 8 hours, coming home, still the same old thing for me. Really, to stay inspired creatively though, I just watch a lot of movies, play video games to see if something just sparks, and music every day.
Yeah, same here. Cause I've been getting up 4:30 in the morning, going to work, working overtime and stuff like that. Sometimes working 6-7 days a week. So it's just all day, especially my downtime when I don't have nothing to do at work. I still think about, all right, what can I do different, or what inspiration do I see around me, even though I'm literally going home, work, grocery store maybe. But the only thing I want to say is stopped as far as me somewhat getting my products and stuff in, because I'm brand new to the whole makeup business and stuff like that. So the stores are closed. You can't go and test out different products and stuff like that. But actually I've received most of my feedback and stuff during this time, which is so crazy. You figure oh, you in the house, ain't nobody going give in and give feedback and stuff like that. But I've received so much feedback, surprisingly, and that's probably another thing that's boosting me. Girl, stop playing, because I've been playing a long time with doing this, so like now it's just like, all right, come on now, like you're just stopping yourself, so just go ahead, like don't let nothing stop you, bro.
Basically for me, I'm one of the unlucky class of 2020.
Congratulations on graduating.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You still
ma'am.
made it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. But so far, just moving back home, trying to finish all my schoolwork, my daily day, me just chilling. But also, I was chilling a little too long. So now I'm really trying to refocus, trying to figure out different creative ideas. It's fun for myself. So
Yeah.
I find fun in my makeup. I find fun in doing my hair. So I'll be doing all of that for the rest of quarantine.
Right.
All right. Well, that's what's up, man. So to get into the gist of today, so I want to know, and I'm going to start with Meek. When did you get into the modeling aspect? I know we talked about the makeup, which plays a great part. It goes hand in hand with modeling. So
yes.
when did you know that? When did you start your career as, you know? I don't like saying plus size model because let's just keep it real. The modeling world is in a Europeanized of what regular modeling is. So I just want to say, when did you get into regular size modeling, and when did that career start for you?
Okay, so transparent moment. Around this time where I started, I was going through a very bad. It seemed like everything I did, it went wrong. Like I went through a very bad breakup. Things at home weren't going good. I was in the transition of like moving jobs because I'm just like, bro, I can't keep working here. It's stressing me out. Like I wake up, have attitude. Like I really felt like I was going through like a semi like depressed state. So a good friend of mine, shout out to Raheem, he would just, you know, we'll be chilling at the house and stuff and we'll talk. He was just like, bro, like for real, I feel like you would be a great model. Like you have a great personality, how you dress, you carry yourself and stuff like that. I feel like you would really be good. And me, I've always been into clothes. I've always been into makeup. So I was just like, nah, stop playing. Cause you know how like being plus size is like, it's like you have mixed emotions about it. So I was like, okay. It took him literally like a year and a half to get me to do it because he would always like show me videos and stuff like that. And I just was like, okay, but I would like push it off. So one day, I guess I had an epiphany or something. I just like, bro, I can't keep feeling like this. I can't keep feeling like this. And then that day he hit me up. He was like, hey, I don't care. It's a model call. I need you to be there. I was like, okay. So me and my best friend went, and she's modeled in school. So I've been to different like shows and stuff, but she like competed, I guess, in like a modeling troupe. So it's a little different than like modeling for boutiques and stuff. So me and her went and stuff, and just the people that I met and I was around, they made me feel like family. Like it was so easy for me to like get into that because I love heels. I know how to walk in heels, but it's just training yourself to, you're not only walking, but you're selling the merchandise. You have to sell the merchandise. So in order to put those two together and give it a little bit of flavor, they made that transition very easy for me. Shout out to Mary's Boutique. That's the fam. Anything that they need me to do, I'm always there. So like it started from there, and I've just been on the road since then. Like it's been great.
All right, I appreciate that. Cami, when did you start modeling, and when did you know this was something that you wanted to do full on?
So I really always wanted to be a model ever since I was younger. I used to watch America's Next Top Model and run around in my mom's heels when I was like 4 years old. So freshman year in college, there was a photographer. His name is, I don't know, is that man's title. I think it's Joseph Hicks now on IG. he was like, you should model. Like, he's like, you're pretty, you're dope, you should model. So for a while there, I was shooting, but I wouldn't even have considered myself a model. I was just taking pictures. So like my journey as a model has more so been about like becoming an actual model, learning the craft, trying to figure out all my different angles, my lighting, how to create really a story. You don't really just want to be a pretty girl on Instagram anymore. There's too many.
Yeah, you got to be something like, I got to remember. I'm gonna remember her face. Like, I can't forget about her.
Yeah, so I just started doing stuff more creative, and the biggest thing in my modeling has been what's gonna be good for me and what I think is gonna be good, rather than like what other people like for me. So like that's just where I've been going at, and it's really pushing me to do more, because like now it's all full, like it's full me, full thought, like putting in like everything into my concepts. It's just so much more than just like taking pictures now.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really like starting to become something that I really want to go like full force with. I wish I could just quit everything and just model, but you know.
Right. Okay. Because I would be up fashionably. I'm coming for you. I swear.
But it's coming eventually.
It is.
Right now we're working, we're progressing, we're trying to get to where it is.
For sure.
So Jamel, when did you know like photography was gonna be like the main thing that you wanted to do? Like that's your tunnel. That's your tunnel for creativity. When did you figure that out for yourself?
I would say I figured that out probably freshman year of college, honestly. Photography was kind of there my whole life, inadvertently, because my grandfather and my uncle, they both did photography. They would just mess around with it, nothing serious, but they would take all the photos for the family. Like they had photo like albums just full of pictures. So I always grew up seeing them do it. And then fast forward to middle school in Laurel, Maryland, New Life Christian Center is where we went to church at. And my mom, she was just real adamant that I had to do something in church. And around that time, they had just started the video ministry. So I got into that in the 6th or 7th grade, somewhere around there. And so that kind of piqued my interest a little more. Started playing basketball, and then moved to Virginia, and I did the same thing at my church in Northern Virginia. Then tore my ACL. Then I realized I couldn't play basketball no more. So I just kind of shifted my focus to doing videos and photography. And boom, just put everything into it ever since.
Okay, well, you guys' stories are amazing. I wish my stories were like you guys' or like. I'm just a goofy person. All of you guys know me personally, so I'm very goofy, and it was just one of those moments where they was like, "You need to be on like." It was when, like YouTube just started. They was like, "You need to be on YouTube." So that's how my entertainment career started. But my interviewing career started about like 3 years ago, and I just like telling people stories. I feel like everybody has a story, and they need to be told, And I feel like I'm a great listener, so I felt like, and this would be the best time to do what I love to do. My next question is for Cami. I'll ask first. With modeling, I know that you get a lot of comparisons to Tiana Taylor.
Hold on, I see you for sure. That's my girl. I love Tiana
Which
Taylor.
I know that you can't stand, but has that comparison came with some pros in modeling? Like somebody was like, has anybody ever hit you up and was like, "Oh, you look like Tiana Taylor, I want to shoot with you"?
Oh, definitely. I get it all the time. I'll get it. And it will also be like the way that people sell me. So like when I first got to modeling, one of my close friends was actually like already in the game type. So she would like reach out to the photographer and like, "Oh, you should shoot my friend. She looks like Tiana Taylor." Mind you, I'm not telling her to say any of this.
Right.
Working advantage. You can't be mad. She's beautiful. Also, it's not even more so mad about the comparison. It's more so like I'm me. I'm my friend. So that's what I'm working to build. It's like I ain't mad.
Right. I ain't mad if I'm gonna get that bag, girl. I ain't mad.
Look alike. You need a double.
I'm not mad. Go ahead.
Right, and Meek, I have a question for you for your manga as well. My show just recently, the nightly, we did a post about Takara Jones and how she really was that first full figure model and
Shout out to sis. Before Megan Thee
before
Stallion.
the Megan, before the Ashley Graham,
Girl.
before all these other plus size models, and
Yes.
they made Takara feel like she was just as big as a whale.
Bro, what? Like you eating bread and water. That's
Yeah,
all you're
so,
eating. Like,
I just want to know, like, I know growing up, like, that was like when America's Next Top Model was like in its early ages, and you know, Takara was
right.
a positive image for, you know, plus size women, especially being in the top 7 of the her whole cycle. Do you feel like you can bring that positivity to young women that look up to you?
Most definitely. Like I've never been a person like to like have like low self-esteem or like anything like that because of like my family and the people that I surround myself with. If you surround yourself with negativity is gonna come. You need somebody to, you know, uplift you, and luckily I have like the team that I have around me has been nothing but positive. So I most definitely feel like I can do it. I feel like I can go a long way. I feel like I can touch somebody to make somebody, you know, because every time I talk to somebody, I try to like give good words and stuff like that. Like I've, you know, trained models and stuff like that. And it's just like, I see, you know, you feel like you don't feel confident and stuff like that. But what's the worst that's gonna happen? Somebody gonna talk and that's it. Like, come on, sis. You got it. When you got God, you ain't got to worry about nothing else.
I love that energy. I definitely love that energy, man. Like, we definitely need more women like both of you guys because it can be difficult, like Cami said, being in your profession and you're trying to make a name for yourself, and you know you're in the door making a name for yourself, but every time you open a new door, you're getting compared to somebody. Not saying it's a bad thing, but you also would want to be your own person. And with you having that confidence, that's just amazing because this industry that we all want to be in is very cutthroat, and I feel like you need.
Trust me. Like my first show that I did in Richmond, I literally like met this lady and I'm thinking like, you know, I'm doing pretty good. I've did a couple shows and stuff like that. And this literally basically handed my butt to me. I was like, okay. Like, but it's just something that comes with it. Like you're going to meet those people that are going to be rude and tell you, oh, like you're not all that. If you know that you are, what does it matter what they think? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to like give a helpful, like, all right, you should do this instead of doing that. Okay, that's cool. But for you to try to like take me out my bag and out my prime because you don't feel confident about yourself, like, nah, that's what you're not gonna do. So
yeah, definitely. And Jamel, since we're on the topic of, you know, thick skin and all that, I know photography can be a very challenging craft to have. You know, you deal with clients that you see a vision for them and then they have their own set of visions, and then sometimes, you know, the visions don't, you know, coexist. Have you ever had a moment like that where like you saw this vision of how you wanted this photo section to go, and then like the client saw something completely different, y'all just could not agree?
Right. Definitely. It happens pretty often, honestly. But it's important to establish what you know the photographer wants and what the model wants beforehand to try and avoid those type of conflicts. You know, sometimes it just don't work out. You know, if you're working with a model for the first time, you really haven't established a chemistry. Honestly, it's the most random thing could happen because you just don't know the person. Wow. So it's always a gamble in that type of situation. But what I try to do is I try to just talk to people, just get them more comfortable. So when we do shoot, you know, that resonates on in the photos as well.
Okay, that's what's up. And since you said chemistry, I do want to talk to our models about chemistry, especially with working with photographers because you guys are very Meek and Cam, you guys, ladies are very beautiful, and I know when being beautiful models, you do have photographers that try to take advantage of that. So, do you feel like building a rapport with the photographer is always the best thing to do before working with them? So both parties know, hey, I'm not rocking like that. I'm not about to be in the bathtub naked with some milk. You're not about to have me in the pool. Right. So is building a rapport with a photographer before working with them a great thing to do?
I think so. Majority of the photographers that I experience with, especially like in shows, you usually don't meet them. Like you meet them maybe the day of practice before, and it's like you really don't have time to sit and talk with them because you're still rehearsing for the show or whatever. But me, I'm the type of person like I don't come off rude. But it's a way to get your point across without, being rude about it. And it's just, this what I'm for, this what I'm not for. If you're not rocking with it, cool. It's somebody else out there. It wasn't meant for us to work together. And I'm not about to have you bad talk me because word of mouth it spreads and you never know who knows who, and then later on down the line you end up working with somebody that they know, and then they be like, oh well, I heard. No, you didn't hear because I didn't leave room for that to happen. So it's just
right.
You just gotta be mature about the the situation. Because in this industry, it seems big, but it's small at the same time. Like you never know who goes to.
For me, it's more so those certain types of photographers I try to be away from or stay away from. Once you become the milk in a bath girl, you can't unbecome that girl. So it's very important to stay on brand for yourself and stay true to yourself. I know with a lot of photographers, I've had many different relationships with photographers. Some will be me and him were cool. We shot together. Me and him were cool. I have some photographers where it's been experiences, but I've had photographers where it's like I'm never coming here again because I don't feel comfortable. So it's just really just trust. You really kind of have to trust people and just go with your gut about certain photographers. How it's always for me. You just you can kind of tell whose page has what and whether this aligns with your morals and what you want to do or whether it doesn't. And not even just nudity or not even just lingerie, but more so how it's done. It's not even because as a mom, you're gonna you may be put in positions where you have to do that stuff anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not even more so that, but more so what's being done with it.
Yeah, it's more so okay, it's one thing for you to try something new than to stepping out of your comfort zone, and in the long run you regretting it because I had it once in a lifetime opportunity, and you feel like you're gonna miss out because you said no. No, it's somebody out there. You just gotta wait your turn.
All right, and since we're on the topic of where Cami said she has collabed with Jamel before, I want to talk to Jamel about collaborating, especially with other photographers in the area. I see that that's very popular in the 757 area, which I honestly love it as a creative. I see a lot of photographers really come together and make shoots together, which is amazing because you think of we're in the same field, so we're supposed to be competing over each other or dissing each other, but to see that the 757 have people that actually work together and
everybody can coexist.
So being a photographer and seeing that and being in that inner circle of photographers actually looking out for each other, how does that feel?
Oh, it's great to see, man, because it wasn't always like that, especially, me being a little older and started a little, before a lot of people even came out here. It was really different at one point. A lot of people weren't really reaching out to each other, and, it was kind of crazy. Not crazy, but it was kind of crazy just to see. But now, just moving forward and how they're just more and more creative, that time go on, and then everybody's cool, and then you just see the teamwork. You know, the teamwork. You just see like all types of just crazy art. Like it's just beautiful to see.
That's what's up, man. And like I said, I definitely love it. I see a lot of photographers, especially on Twitter, because you know, Twitter gets your work out there real fast. I see that a lot.
Oh, yeah,
I see that a lot. And since on the topic of social media, I want to know what social media platform would you use to get your work out faster? Because we live in a decade where, you know, we still do the back work of emailing our work and, you know, reaching out to people and all that. But you know, we live in a generation where one share, one retweet, you know, one mention can like change your whole life.
For real.
So what social media platform do you guys think can help y'all the most?